Do you still chase the pump?
The pump is always out there. You always have to chase after it, yes.
All right, hello and welcome to the Pump is Full podcast. First, I would like to announce that next week will officially be our bye week. We will be taking a week off because we're all busy. But just kind of kick things off real quick, Hudson and I are also undefeated as head football coaches for flag football coaches. I took Hudson's offensive scheme and we got a dub. Shout out Cal for also helping.
What's your strategy?
Okay, so our strategy was short little dump passes, and then it's 7-on-7, so we play two kind of mid-level safeties, two corners, three D linemen, and we got 2 interceptions as well, so no big deal. Kind of impressive. But let's just start off going over Philadelphia and Green Bay.
I have some breaking news. Sorry.
Oh, breaking news.
On the college football slate, Lynn Bowden just tweeted out a picture of him in practice playing quarterback with a red jersey on. The caption, October 12th, and the shushing emoji.
Are we on a bye week?
I'm surprised they haven't taken his Twitter's a roller coaster.
So that's the Arkansas game. So Sawyer's probably not going to be.
No, I gotta hope not.
Sorry, I saw that tweet.
No, that's fine. That was breaking news. Zach, what are your thoughts on? Did you watch Philadelphia Green Bay at all?
I watched like the end of it. I think Green Bay's pretty good. I think they're gonna win that division because the Bears, their defense is probably the best in the league. But I don't know. Now that Trubisky's hurt too, Chase Daniel cannot. I know he's only gonna be out for a few weeks, but Chase Daniel beat the Vikings. Woohoo! But like, I don't think they're gonna be able to keep it up. So I think the Packers are gonna win that division, and the Eagles. I don't know because they have a ton of talent. Their roster's stacked, but even in that game, they didn't look like great.
They were down for like a good chunk of time before they really got in the swing of things.
I think they're gonna be like a wild card team. I don't think they'll miss out on the playoffs, but they haven't unless they really turn it on. I don't think they're as good as everyone expected them to be.
What about you, Hud?
Yeah, I only watched a little bit of that. Jimmy Graham had he had a big week 1 game, and then 2 and 3 he was nowhere to be found. And then I guess he's just really good these Thursday night games. So
yeah,
I don't know. But Jimmy Graham popped off was my biggest takeaway.
He hasn't been good since he was on the Saints, really.
No, he was terrible in Seattle.
Yeah, he was so bad.
Because everyone thought that was gonna be like the biggest trade. Because I think it was after they won the Super Bowl that they traded for him. Everyone's like, oh shit, and then he didn't do anything.
Watching the Seattle Rams game right now, and I feel like these are probably the two of the top. I want to say 4 teams in the NFC right now. I think them, Cowboys, and maybe Saints with Drew Brees. But
yeah, I agree with Drew Brees. I'd agree with that.
But right now, I would say these are probably 2 like playoff teams.
Yeah,
neither of these teams are either in first place this division.
Yeah, I know, true.
Which is the 49ers, but I think the 49ers have only.
How are they undefeated? That's crazy.
Because they played the Bucks and the Steelers.
They played the Bucks, Steelers, and some other not very good team first week.
We blew it. I don't even want to talk about that game.
Yeah, no, that's.
I think they'll beat Cleveland this week. We can talk about that later.
Yeah, I think the Bucks. Let's go ahead and move down to them. Beating the Rams last week. Zach, here, I'll let you relish for the next couple.
It
minutes
was the most stressful, probably 3 hours of my life. Not really, but. It was the whole time we went up 21-0 the first quarter, and I everyone started texting me, and this is what happens every Bucks game. People text me when something either amazing happens or something terrible is happening. Usually when terrible, but my phone starts blowing up after it's 21-0. I'm like, we're gonna lose. I text everybody we're gonna lose this game. There's no way. And then the Rams start coming back, and then we keep scoring, but I'm like, we're still gonna lose. And then I think with in the fourth quarter. Our problem was we would score, and then the Rams would score in less than 2 minutes. So pretty much just canceled it out. And Jameis threw a pick six.
That was the most Jameis thing ever of just leading the team that entire time, and then right.
Well, he was good after it. It was just that one, he has one play a game where it's just, and it shouldn't have been a pick six. Our tackling was terrible, but God, my heart sank. Probably more than the Matt Gay miss. The Matt Gay miss, I was just pissed. This, I was just so defeated, and. I think Bruce Arians has changed it, though, because we would have lost that game 100 times out of 100 any season but this season.
Do you think there's a better right now currently off-season addition better than Shaq Barrett? Like that's 9 sacks, 4 games is insane.
No, and he has 9 sacks. He probably gets like 4 hits on the quarterback a game without the sacks. And he had a pick against the Rams where it was fourth. I think it was like 4th in like inches, and they tried to catch us off guard. They were gonna run the clock and like call a timeout, but then they actually snapped it like 1 second, and Shaq like tipped it up in the air to himself and then intercepted it, which like I don't know if anyone else can do that, but especially value wise, he's playing on $4 million right now. And the Broncos
are idiots for letting him.
He was the
walk.
4th pass rusher on the Broncos, and they let him go.
They actually need him now because Bradley Chubb tore his ACL, or is that what it was?
Yeah, he's out.
ACL.
They got.
It was like
when we get to them, I'll roast them. But yeah, he's amazing, and I thought he'd be good. Like I thought he'd get like 7-8 sacks, but he is on track right now to have like 15 or more, which is unreal. And he's gonna get paid over $25 million a year. And he was undrafted a couple of years ago, which is just insane.
Well, speaking of NFC teams and also roasting people, let's move on to Minnesota-Chicago.
Oh God,
Hudson, any thoughts on the Minnesota-Chicago game?
just like I said last week on the podcast when I went on my tangent. Kirk Cousins sucks. He still sucks.
Can we tag Bilal like somehow? Like I want him to hear this part because Bilal like is actually a Vikings fan now. He's so fucking annoying about it because every single like Sunday I get a snap for him.
Bilal, if you're listening to this, Kirk Cousins sucks.
Every Sunday I get a snap of
fan.
him saying skull, and like with a shitty ass TV with a shitty ass food in front of him.
Shout out the Clash of Clans,
Yeah, the
Skulkers.
Android.
Hudson asked me this when we were getting dinner earlier. How good do you think the Vikings would be with like Matt Stafford? Like I feel like they could actually be an NFC.
I don't know. Their roster's like
Their
good.
line sucks. Dalvin Cook's actually a stud.
Yeah,
now.
he's good.
Their defense is put like top 5. Probably.
Like I know their line sucks, but they have so much talent on that roster.
Yeah.
They should be so much.
Kirk
better
Cousins
than
is
they
actually
are.
so bad that Diggs is requesting a trade from that team.
Did you guys see the stat I sent today? The tweet.
Yeah.
What was that?
It was like it was basically like the track of like targets those two had, Diggs and Thielen, this time last year, and like what is that now? It was like -24 for one of them and like -30 something for the other one.
It's
Who said? Did one of y'all send the message that showed how much money they have tied up in those 3?
it's like
It's unreal how much money is currently spent on
And they don't-
Diggs, Thielen, and Kirk, and they score 6 points.
I think Kirk might like after because the thing is they can't get rid of him after this year because he's owed like $30 million, but they can't trade him. So I honestly don't know what they're gonna do. And
deep QB class. So if they really want someone,
Yeah.
it's the time.
but they're not going to draft someone, just make him.
and
sit
they're
on
not
the
gonna
bench
be
for
bad.
$30 million.
They're like stuck in the purgatory where they're not gonna be bad. They're gonna be like the this 15th, 16th pick. Like they're gonna miss out on the playoffs, but they're not gonna be like terrible.
Falcons territory.
No, I think this is your year to tank.
Oh yeah, no,
if you-
this year.
If you're gonna tank, this is the year to do it. 'Cause there's so many good like edge rushers and people you all could get. Like, because the Falcons are still good. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on, but I think they still have a ton of talent.
Chase Daniel, I remember. So I was listening to Pardon My Take, and I would agree with like what Big Cat was talking about on it, where Chase Daniel is like almost like the perfect quarterback for what the Bears want to do while they have a backup. Like
Yeah.
he's just going to be super safe. He's going to throw.
He said his ceiling isn't as high as Trubisky,
Oh,
but
his
his floor
is better.
His floor is a
Like,
lot higher.
he'll throw 20 passes, 20 for like 27, 200 yards and a touchdown, and their defense will win them the game.
He's not bad. Didn't the Eagles sign him like to be?
Who did he play for?
The
Like
Eagles.
He
He
was on the
played
Chiefs
for the
at one
Chiefs,
point,
and
too.
I think the Eagles
Yeah, I was talking
signed
about
him to like
backup.
be their. Like he was like they signed him to like compete for their starting job with
They
wins.
signed him because he was in Kansas City with Doug Peterson. When Doug Peterson got
Yeah.
the job in Philadelphia,
And he was like
He-
supposed to mentor
he
Wentz or
paid
something.
he paid like a
Yeah.
good amount of money
was there for a year, yeah.
Daniel to go there. Like
Yeah.
he had like a bigger contract than a backup should usually have.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. 'Cause I feel like when Wentz started as a rookie, but like the first preseason game, I think they played Chase Daniel first, and like he wasn't that bad.
See, no, I don't think they're gonna be that bad with him in a quarterback. Because one, he's not gonna do any dumb shit like Mitch does. Like he's
Yeah.
not gonna make any big plays, but he's gonna be like Mitch Trubisky, how he's gonna kind of manage the game, not really do much, just minus the dumb stuff.
Yeah, I think with that defense too, as long as they don't turn the ball over, like they can even like punt a few times a game and be okay. Like they just cannot turn the ball over, and they're going to be okay. 'Cause their defense is probably going to get like,
and score enough.
Yeah, their defense is going to get a turnover a
They have a
game.
good running game too.
Yeah, and David Montgomery, they don't give him enough carries. He and Cohen are really good.
Moving on, I guess from there, let's talk about New England Bills because we're sticking with defense.
God.
Tom Brady, the Bills shut him down. It's so sad that Josh Allen just could not show up that game. If he played,
if he's Chase Daniel, they win.
Honestly, that's not even a joke. Like if he plays just half as good, like as his like potential, which is pretty much Chase Daniel, they win that game. Like he had 3 picks, I think. Like that's so.
And they were, I think he had. They might have been I think he had 2 picks and a fumble in the first half before he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bills defense came out of nowhere.
They
they're
just slowly have been like
so
adding pieces over the past.
Yeah, I don't even know who
years.
they have. All I know is they're just good as shit this year all of a sudden.
They have Tre'Davious White.
Mhm.
Micah
Micah
Hyde's their
Hyde.
safety. Ed Oliver's been really good.
Tremaine Edmonds. He's the
Yeah.
brother of Terrell Edmonds, who is on is on the Steelers. Right?
I recognize the name.
You recognize the
I knew
name?
that
That's
one. I
good.
knew that one.
He's actually a dog and as a linebacker, but I mean they just have good pieces. I feel like they like just
They
have
draft really well.
Yeah.
They're never like that flashy, but they always draft really well. But yeah, I was watching.
and they have a solid run game too.
Yeah.
like, almost always.
That Singletary guy who they took in I think the 3rd round. He's been really good.
He got injured, but like before he got injured, he was good. And
Yeah.
Frank Gore has been.
He'll
Broke
never.
some record this week.
He doesn't age.
Yeah. What record was it?
He
Some
15,000
old
yards.
record,
Like
yeah.
he's the 4th
Okay.
all-time leading.
Wait,
rusher.
didn't Fitzgerald have he came in as like second all-time
Yeah.
receptions? Was that this week or last week?
It was.
That might have been.
I don't know. He was.
I think it was this week, right?
Yeah, I think
Think so.
Jerry Rice
Because the
was
Cardinals
there
were getting
watching.
killed, and like they didn't even acknowledge it because they were down by so much. They were like, "Oh, just."
Yeah.
I think he moved in behind. I don't know. I think he's second now in all-time receptions.
That it's the Bill. Like this just goes to show that even though New England's consistently good, it's just so unfair that they get to play in such a cupcake division too. Like
Oh, it's so bad this year.
The-
Unreal.
Dolphins aren't gonna take a game from New England. The Jets have scored 1 touchdown in 4 games. Let that sink in.
That's insane.
And the Bills, if the Bills were going to beat them, it obviously would have been at home 3-0, where everyone's drunk as hell. With Josh Allen feeling himself, and then
Then he gets a concussion.
he gets a concussion.
God.
So, I know it's sad.
I know. And their coach, he's like an old school coach, and like the Bills, when they hired him, I was like, that's a terrible hire. Like they're not going to do anything. But they've been like, I know they got the 7th pick one year, but like they made the playoffs one year. They're not that. They don't have like stars, but they're pretty like deep and solid.
They need some like
They need flash because their receivers. Cole Beasley's their best receiver.
they have Zay Jones.
They have
who
John Brown
drafted.
too.
Like he's good, but Zay Jones,
Yeah.
the 1st-round pick, they drafted him like.
He was a
super
first
high.
round pick.
I think he was the 2nd.
No,
Was he not? I don't know. I remember when he went to East Carolina because I was like, who the hell is that
Yeah,
guy?
he has the most like receptions. In
Oh, I
NCAA
lied.
history.
You're right. He's second round, 5th pick. Okay.
Yeah, I remember it was early though because I was
Did
like,
he
who the
get
hell is
arrested
he?
last year?
Still, that's so.
Yeah, I think so.
It's like naked somewhere on drugs.
You're probably right.
It's not the worst thing.
He
an
was
NFL
naked
player's
on
done.
drugs.
No, that's like the legitimate
It's
thing.
better than being naked.
So
Not on
it's just like a
That's true.
typical Bills fans day.
But that's definitely the type of team that like
Oh yes,
They've
Ron
done a
Russell
good
wants to be
job.
outside.
building up through the draft because you're not getting any free agents going there.
No, nobody wants to go to.
Like I went to Buffalo for the first time this summer. I don't know why you want to go there.
It's like
wings
a small
and
town.
wings and football. That's only going to go to Buffalo.
It's crazy they have an NFL team. Like
It really is.
like they're like it's like a normal.
How many people? How big is Buffalo?
It's not very.
It can't be that big. Yeah. Oh, I know that, but
It's probably like maybe it's smaller in Louisville, but like not. It's probably bigger in Lexington, smaller in Louisville.
yeah,
They have a hockey team too.
Yeah.
it's
Like
crazy.
Sabres.
NHL
Sabres, yeah.
Yeah, I
Damn.
just know that because I saw the stadium. I don't.
New England or not New England? Cleveland, Baltimore. Baltimore got their ass handed to them.
The
Like
score looked a lot better than the game actually was.
Yeah.
I feel like.
40-25
That
on
still
that
looks
Baltimore,
bad.
on that Baltimore defense.
I mean, it's only a 15-point game. I think it was worse than that, though. I felt like.
Yeah, Lamar didn't play well. Odell surprisingly didn't have any I don't think he had any catches.
He's
If he
just
did, he had one.
he's being a distraction. Like
Yeah,
everyone's like they
choked
keep
out.
triple teaming.
He's already
him.
been a bitch.
And then Nick Chubb and Jarvis Landry both had big days, which you can almost account to Odell because
Yeah, their whole defense is going to Odell.
they game plan around Odell, and then everyone else gets theirs. So
Yeah, that was the most surprising outcome because I thought the Ravens were going to smoke them, and
So did
I think they probably will in their second
there's Disley
meeting.
again. Oh my God,
I know I'd never heard of him before week 1, but he's been good. But yeah, the Ravens, I don't know. That was a really bad look, and they just got. It was like because I had that game on. It was like, oh, it'll be a good game, and they just got like from the very beginning, they were just getting their ass handed to them.
I'm glad this happened because it's as shocking as it sounds and as bad as they've been. The Steelers could be in first place in the AFC North this time next week. If the Browns lose and the Steelers beat the Ravens, they'll be first.
No, yeah,
first in the
honestly,
North.
Who do the Browns play?
That division, you
The
have no
Niners,
idea.
I don't necessarily believe in them, but
I don't believe in
They're
them.
undefeated right
It's
now.
losable,
so.
I think
And they have their D line.
their defense is they might have the best D line, but
Yeah.
I don't know, their offense is not talented.
Was that oh my God.
Let's go.
That touchdown. Well, I have a Tyler Lockett in my PFF
Nobody
league.
cares.
That
touchdown
nice.
was pretty good.
Yeah, it was sweet.
Yeah.
Will, what's the bet you have going on in this game?
It's like Seahawks -1.5.
No, but what's the parlay you have?
Parlay. Well, I have the individual bets too, but then parlay with the Astros to
Sketch.
win the World Series at +200. So the parlay is like +485 or something.
Eric Weddle
So
sucks.
it's like
So you have
pretty good payout.
All right. So moving on from there,
Damn, how do you even like throw that? What the?
Russell Wilson's like a top.
MVP.
Holy shit!
Russell
He-
Wilson's a top,
Jesus Christ.
at worst, top 5 QB in the NFL. He's so good, and that's how you can get that.
That's like a schoolyard throw where the guy's just standing there and you just throw it one way and then he breaks that way or some shit. It's
Dude,
crazy.
it's amazing how much Tyler Lockett's come on as his number 1 receiver. Damn, he's so good.
Yep.
Oh, they're running.
It's amazing what his line can do, like how good he can be if his line can give him more than 3 seconds in the pocket.
Damn, that defender, man. What was he doing? Just turn around.
Will, did you watch the Cincinnati-Pittsburgh game?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Oh, okay, I was making.
Yeah, I just had to not.
I don't know, no,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
But God, I made a joke that someone was gonna get stabbed, and I could have just I wonder what the prop bet was for if there would be a fight in the Steelers-Bengals game.
Oh yeah, what happened? Like was that in the third
They were
quarter?
getting their ass. They were just getting beat. It was in the fourth quarter,
Fourth
like
quarter,
8 minutes
okay.
left, and
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
maybe 27-3, and obviously they were mad because they're getting whooped, and they just started the fight. And who would have guessed? Who would have guessed?
Who started the fight?
Some D lineman.
Some D lineman.
He
Yeah,
was like
they
number
stink.
99, I think. He pushed.
Vontez was probably home watching that game. For
Yeah.
Damn, I wish I was
Damn it.
there.
He's suspended for the year. That's so exciting. Fuck Montez Perfect. He's such a piece of trash player.
Yeah, I think the Steelers are better than people are giving them credit for, and I think the Bengals, they have competition with the Dolphins for the number 1 pick. Like I think they're going to trade AJ Green, or they should, because he deserves better,
They have to,
and
yeah.
they need to get
How
something.
long is he
for
out
him.
for?
He's still out for a couple.
I think like 3 or 4 more weeks.
The thing is, he wouldn't even
Fuck,
be
what the fuck was
out.
that?
He wouldn't even be out if they weren't like being stupid and playing him when he was hurt.
Yeah, he deserves.
What's wrong with him?
He should go on a playoff
They
team.
had the field was like in really rough condition,
yeah, in
and
preseason
and they played him.
Yeah,
So like the field, like they were practicing and the field was in rough
Oh,
condition,
okay,
but they went
yeah,
ahead
I
and
remember
did it,
that.
and he like tore his calf or something.
yeah. Like imagine him on not the Seahawks because they're pretty deep at receiver, but like I don't know any
Literally
playoff.
any other team.
Yeah, literally any playoff team he would.
Any team that doesn't have.
It's
anyone
he
else.
used to be like a top 5 receiver.
I know. Well, he just kind of fell off, and he could never like really show how good he was because he had Andy Dalton.
Yeah,
playing him
that
the
was
whole time.
that was it.
Right. There's probably not much to talk about with this game either because it was just Steelers having like a very
Yeah,
this scheme where they don't really trust Mason yet, which I wish they'd let him go deep. But, yeah.
I liked the underneath stuff with like the.
That's actually the game plan I had when I was coaching the flag football game.
Not a bad plan.
It works
Yeah.
when you have
And they
a
all
bunch-
count as forward passes too, so it was really funny.
Just like the other flag football team we played, when you have in the Cincinnati Bengals, when you have 2 defenses that don't understand how football works, the kind of concept will work. All right, I guess it's time for a quick break for our sponsors. Hudson, do you have anyone you want to shout out right now?
No, not right now.
No shout outs?
Damn, I wasn't prepared for this. Give me a second.
I know we didn't
Give me a
prepare
second.
for our sponsors
Damn.
this week. Sorry to our sponsors. I might actually add a sponsorship section. Wait, no, we do. Swag Kelly again. Hudson DM'd Swag on Instagram. Said, "Hello, Mr. Swag. I'm one of your biggest fans, and we're patiently awaiting for him to
Mr.
respond."
Swag.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta give him his due.
Is he on a team now?
No, yeah.
Unfortunately
yeah,
not.
No. Damn. Well,
Damn, I got nothing.
XFL.
I was trying to think
I
of
know.
something.
I know. I wasn't prepared for it either. But this has always been about our halfway point when we take a quick break. Shout out to this game. I think that's all I got. I'm actually probably gonna edit something in here. We'll see how it works. I'm gonna actually edit a sponsorship in this point.
sweet.
Yeah. We can make like
Cut.
We can make 67 cents. Anyway, moving on for next week. The first game I had highlighted was this Seattle Rams game. God, Jared Goff is playing. I mean, I know it's obviously the first quarter, but that is not a good stat line.
He was not good last. I mean, he threw for 500 yards, but they were because
he
they
threw
were.
almost 70 times.
Oh no, it was.
Are you
Yeah, he
He
threw
threw
68
68 times.
I was
That's
like,
like a big
the
Ben
whole
line right
game. I was
there.
like, are they ever gonna run?
Ooh.
He just got wrecked.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Run it.
so-
Run it. Pick it up.
That was sloppy as hell. But they so now that looked like a throw to
I
me.
think it was a throw.
Every single like potential fumble, they just let go.
Oh,
now.
that ref's getting in there. Holy shit.
Shout out to the refs. Yo, that should be our
I love how
sponsor, the
refs can just like come in there and put you in a headlock, but
Yeah.
if you like brush against them when you're walking past, that's like a 15-yard penalty
Yeah, when
and an ejection. Dude.
Sunday when Goff, they did throw the ball 68 times, and like at the beginning of the game, like when they were down
I don't know.
7-0, they did not run the ball one time.
I think
His arms go
Like they do not trust Todd Gurley
couldn't tell
at
if his
all.
hand was still around
gave
it or
Malcolm
not.
Brown five touches, and they gave Gurley 5 touches out of
Dude,
backfield. both for like 15
fuck
yards.
Malcolm Brown. He
Why?
broke our. We have like a third string like
Oh,
linebacker.
yeah.
He snapped his elbow at the second to last play of the game for no reason. Like the guy's out for like the year now because Malcolm Brown's a bitch.
I saw that. No, I saw that.
It was
on
some.
Twitter.
His whole elbow just snapped in half. It was awful.
that was a gruesome. I did not actually like looking at that.
No, it was disgusting. But yeah, it was just on the kick return at the end of the game.
Keeping with the Bucks. Let's go into Bucks versus Saints next week. What are your
Battle
thoughts
for
on
the
that?
NFC South. Whoever wins is in first place. I think the Bucks we suck at home, but we're on the road this week. So I'm honestly more confident against good teams than I am against bad teams. Like going against the Rams last week, I was like, I didn't expect us to win, but I felt better about the Rams than I did the Giants, if that makes sense. Like honestly, I do not trust the Bucks against shitty teams because we always blow it. We play pretty well against good teams, and the Saints, even though Drew Brees is out, Bridgewater literally doesn't do anything.
He's such a game manager.
Like he doesn't. They don't let him do anything, but he didn't have to against the Cowboys because Kamara just runs the ball. The thing to watch in this game is the Bucks have shut down whoever the 49ers running backs are. The 49ers, Matt Breida had the best game any running backs out in the Bucks. They shut down McCaffrey.
That stat
They shut down
they've
Saquon,
shut down a lot
and they
of
shut down
running backs.
Gurley. And like Saquon got hurt, but before he got hurt, he had 8 carries for 10 yards.
Shout out Wayne Gallman.
Yeah.
Oh, Hudson absolutely destroyed me in fantasy this week. He was like
Gallman.
150 to 100.
I've caught fire in fantasy in all my leagues.
He's oh my God, that was brutal. Wayne Gallman, waiver wire pickup of the year because he dropped 30 on.
Well, until Saquon comes back.
Well, yeah, until Saquon
Yeah.
comes
Saquon's
back.
But-
already back practicing.
Yeah, he's a
I saw he's a freak. Like it's insane how athletic a person can be.
he's unreal.
I
But
think-
yeah, I think the Saints. I don't know. The thing is with the Saints, if the Cowboys, I was actually really surprised the Cowboys played the way they did against them because all we had heard was Kellen Moore's offense was so good, and then they shut down everything they tried. Which like the Saints defense has a lot of pieces. Their D line's really good, but like Eli Apple's one of their cornerbacks. Like they have some scrubs on
Bill
there.
Peppers. Wait, no,
That's
Saints,
the
Saints,
Giants,
yeah.
yeah.
Giants. I
But
was
the-
thinking when
they
I
have
was-
that-
Say, when did
like,
Peppers get to the
Von
Saints?
Bell's like their safety. Like it's just a bunch of like nobodies.
They have more
Is Jarius
strong
Bird
line.
still on the Saints?
Dude, no, but
Do you remember him?
oh yeah, because like, he was like the prize free agent
Yeah,
one year, and they
yeah.
signed him. And they didn't have any money, and they still signed him. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, he wasn't that good for him. I was surprised.
Ooh,
Yes.
home run.
I thought there was breaking news.
No, I thought there was.
How much are the Braves down by now?
1 run in the 9th inning with
I
one
thought it was
out.
like 4 or 5 when I checked.
Yo, this is a football podcast. Get baseball out of here. Hudson,
Well, I don't have much to cheer for in the NFL, so I have to resort to what I can get.
Welcome to my life.
as an outside NFC South fan, what are your thoughts on this Bucs Saints game? I know you want the Bucs to win because you hate.
No, I want the
Saints.
Bucs to win. I actually think the Bucs are going to win because, kind of like Zach said, obviously I don't watch the Bucs as much as him, but the Bucs feel like the type of team that they play up to their competition. Like they play good when it's really good teams, but they like to play down when they're playing really
I
crappy
think that's.
teams.
I think that's like honestly, I think it all revolves around like Jameis because when we're playing a good team, like he won a national championship, he plays better in high pressure situations. We stink against like games where we have the lead. Like that's why that Giants game we were up 18, we blew it because we don't know how to play the lead. Like if we're playing like a good team like tight, we are always in games. So we rarely get blown out because like Hudson said, we play up to competition, but then when we take a lead, that's when it goes
I think it's
downhill.
going to be really close. Score prediction, I'm going to go with 24-23 Bucs.
Yeah.
That's I like it.
I think the Bucs need to score 30 to win.
I think it's gonna be like.
which I think
more,
they can.
I think it. My personal opinion, I think it's gonna be more like a 35, like 32.
It really depends how Bridgewater plays, though, because our secondary is probably one of the worst in the league, and it's because they're all first or second year guys, except Vernon Hargraves, who doesn't do anything, but like they're
Shout out
super
Mike
young.
Edwards.
Shout out Mike Edwards.
God help him. Yeah, I love Mike Edwards because he went to UK, but God, he got burned by Robert Woods last week.
You know how teams do like Wallpaper Wednesday or whatever they do out of wallpaper? He was the Bucs.
Yeah, I was
wallpaper.
like, what is
yeah,
that?
yeah.
I was like,
he's
he's fine, but like, what was that? But yeah, I think the Bucs. It's going to be if Shaq Barrett can get a couple sacks and another interception or fumble, then yeah, we're in great position. But I don't know. The NFC South is just honestly the Panthers could win it. I don't know what the hell's going to happen.
I just remember
Falcons could.
I just remember this. I want to backtrack real quick to the Pittsburgh-Cincinnati game. So Andy Dalton was driving, and they needed this drive to like get back in the game. I looked over at Nate, my roommate, and I go, and he doesn't know a lot about football, and I just look over and I go, listen, if there was ever a time that Andy Dalton was going to throw an interception, it was going to be about right here. 3 plays later, they get down to the goal line, getting ready to score.
Yeah.
What does he do? Throw an interception in the back of the end zone.
Man, poor guy.
Poor guy. He's
got enough years. He's
on his way
made
out
so
of-
much money. Just retire.
Yeah, I don't understand why they haven't even tried to get a replacement for him or anything.
And also, he doesn't have a lot of help. That line's horrible.
Yeah.
His best receiver is gone because they were stupid. His defense
I know,
is one of the
but
worst ones in the league.
he's never been
I
good.
feel like he's not
Making
that.
excuses for Dalton in a sense,
They
but he also
should
doesn't have.
They
a
should
lot
have pulled the
of
plug years ago. Like after that Steelers game where
yeah,
fucking Vontaze blew
they were
it,
never like.
They should have blown up their team right then. Like they kept it going too long.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's funny because I don't like. I know he's been there forever. He's probably, how long has he been? Like 8 years, 6 years?
A while, yeah.
Because it doesn't seem like it's weird because I still picture him as like really young. Like I don't know why.
Because they were good when he was young. Because like their team was pretty stacked, and he didn't really have to do much.
But yeah.
And like they'd make the playoffs, but they'd always lose in the first round. But
He's 31.
yeah, he's been playing for a
He's
while.
been there since 2011.
Yeah, 8 years.
I remember when he was at TCU.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They played J.J. Watt in that.
yeah, they
Bulls
need
game.
to blow that team up.
They did. Baltimore, Pittsburgh. Probably, I would call it one of the better.
Where is it at?
Pittsburgh.
I like the Steelers.
Yeah, I think.
We're what, 3.5 point favorites? 4.5?
We're favorites. I'm actually surprised we're favorites for
I
this.
thought.
I think we're dogs.
Maybe I'm thinking of last week's line.
Mm-hmm. I think you might be too. Let me look real quick, but I'm pretty sure we're actually dogs in this.
I saw the
Ravens are favored.
Yeah, the Ravens.
What,
It's like the first
minus
couple
one?
weeks, they looked great. The Ravens did, but I think they're missing C.J. Mosley a lot because their defense, when Baker Mayfield treads you, that's not good. Like he was, and they just were getting destroyed. I don't think the Ravens used to be like linebackers and their D line was so good. Now it's their secondary is good, but nothing else is.
Yeah, they still have some decent pieces there, and they still have like a pretty solid defensive minded coach.
Oh shit!
Earl Thomas hasn't been that good
Josh
for
Allen?
him. I was, what? Ooh.
Ooh.
What happened?
His legs got like cut off underneath him.
That could have been a lot worse though.
I think his
Yeah.
teammate like bumped into him and his legs like, I don't know. That was weird. It's like a wrestling move.
Aaron Donald's about to get a sack this play. No cap. Watch.
Strip sack.
He didn't.
Oh, he just got held so hard.
They literally just grabbed his face mask, but yeah, they called.
Oh yeah, they just called the flag on that.
Um,
But home. Oh yeah, Pittsburgh, Baltimore. I mean, I still think it's going to be. This is so. Here's the thing to think about. The time they played last year, it was about like week 4 or 5. Roethlisberger and Flacco were the quarterbacks. Now neither of them are playing.
Holy
sad.
shit.
That's like.
one of them's playing, just not well.
Yeah.
Flacco.
That made me feel so old. Like I was talking about it last
Yeah.
week. Like the Eli Rivers and Roethlisberger, like that group of quarterbacks is like, that's almost done. Ben's hurt. Eli's not starting.
Yeah.
Rivers is the only one going strong right now.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. Like years ago, I would have guessed Rivers would be the first one to retire, just because like the Chargers, he gets hit a lot. He may not as much anymore because they've gotten better, but like he went through a phase where he was hurt a lot. Now those two are out, and he's still
kicking.
Yeah.
But as I said, this will be interesting. Lamar versus Mason Rudolph.
Why is it still third
Just
and
put
8?
Devin
I'm sorry.
Bush spying Lamar and
What happened?
make him
Was there
throw the
offsetting
ball.
penalties?
I guess there was offsetting, yeah. But no, I agree with that. They need someone to just track Lamar the whole time.
That's how you beat him, because that's what the fucking Browns did. They just didn't let him run.
Devin Bush looked so good last week. I was really happy. He was all over the
He's
field.
the better Devin right now, because one of them, Devin White's not playing.
Was he hurt? Or was he just
He
not
hurt.
playing?
So he had tonsillitis week 1, and he lost 15 pounds and couldn't drink water. And he played the game and made like 10 tackles. And then the first drive against the Panthers, he hurt his knee. So he's coming back this week against the Saints in his hometown. So hopefully, but yeah,
That's a good story.
Devin Bush has been pretty damn.
Wait, is he from? Because I know he went to LSU. Is he from?
He's like a country boy from Louisiana. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess moving on from there, let's go to Green Bay versus
Oh, I thought that was blocked.
Green Bay versus Dallas.
That'll be a good game.
This is gonna be a good game. Both
I didn't know that
solid
was happening.
defenses, both offenses that can move the ball.
I don't know. Yeah, that's like
I think this is gonna be like a
Ooh.
really we've had last week the game.
sit in Green Bay or Dallas.
I think Green Bay.
It's the Randall Cobb revenge game.
It is Randall Cobb revenge game. I think Green Bay is still looking good, even though they lost to the Eagles. The Eagles were a good team, and I don't know. I'm just really feeling Green Bay on this week.
I think Dallas is good, but like I like the Packers this year. Like they're one of my. I don't think I'd pick them to like win the Super Bowl, but I think they're gonna be in like they'll make the Final Four of the NFC. I don't know if they'll make the championship. It just depends on their draw, but they're pretty damn good. Like they're young and they're not just like what they used to be. Aaron Rodgers doesn't have to carry them quite as much.
Yeah, I know, because his first 3 weeks, obviously, he was playing 3 of the better defenses in the NFL, and Broncos, Minnesota, and Bears, and he still moved his offense. And the thing about that is, even though all those offenses aren't that good, the Green Bay defense held them all under what?
Yeah. Well,
10?
Zadarius Smith is actually
He's been really good, yeah.
I think he has 4 or 5 sacks.
Him, a UK player, and Jair Alexander has been really good for them.
Yeah.
Louisville player.
He's their number 1 corner.
Mm-hmm. They drafted him to be that, and he's played pretty well.
Yeah.
That's one of your thoughts on Green Bay Dallas.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Green Bay winning that game. Just kind of what Zach said. The defense is pretty young. They've been good all season. And I feel like Aaron Rodgers is still kind of out for revenge a little bit. Just kind of got slandered
Yeah.
all off season. Coach killer, all that. I think he's on a mission.
Well, he's 35, 36 now too.
Yeah,
He doesn't have that long, so he wants to win.
people forget he got
He's
drafted
old.
in 2005, I think.
Yeah, and
He
he's
was-
set for 3 years. So yeah, he's not as young as people think.
All right, so we kind of talked about it earlier. Cleveland 49ers. It's the Monday night game. I think this is going to be interesting to see how good the 49ers actually are, and then also if Cleveland, how good Cleveland really is, because they didn't look too good the first few weeks. Looked really good against Baltimore, and now it's kind of we're going to see how much that really shows.
I don't know, because the 49ers, Richard Sherman against Odell seems like a mismatch to me because Odell's way faster than him. Unless they double team Odell again, but if you do that, exact same thing that happened last week is going to happen. So I think the Browns I think they're gonna get better just because like now they have like Odell will go off one game, they'll double cover him the whole game. Jarvis Landry will go off the next. Like I don't know. I think the Browns might actually hit their stride took them a while,
If
but
there was ever a game that I think Odell is going to get thrown out this season, it's going to be this one because Richard Sherman talks so much shit.
Yeah,
he's going to be in his head. Like, I like Odell, but Odell's such a hothead. He's actually going to
he got fucking choked last week.
Well, that
he
was
got choked out.
They didn't
I
call
heard
it
that was a
either.
retaliation, and the first one didn't get.
He got
I don't
pitched
know.
out.
That was on Marlon Humphreys of the Ravens. That was pretty fucking dirty. But
Yeah.
I heard OBJ did some shit before that.
I
That wasn't
believe
on
it.
camera.
what was it? Do you know?
I don't remember what it was.
Who's your source?
Twitter?
That's a good source.
No, but it was like 10 who they play Ravens. There was like 10 Baltimore fans were like, yeah, it didn't show what OBJ did first. I don't know.
It's always the second guy who throws.
It
the
is
punch.
always the second guy.
You never throw the second punch.
I don't know. Depending on what he did though, I don't like choking. That's
Yeah, it wasn't even like
retaliation. Choking's
subtle
pretty
either.
bad.
It was like legit 2-hand choking. Oh shit. Edit this out.
No, we leave stuff in.
All right. What's the next game?
Next game, Bills Titans, because I think
Yuck.
these are both. This
Yeah,
could
this
either
game
be.
sucks.
I don't
Is
know,
Mariota
either
back
s-
though?
Yes,
He played well last week.
This
man.
game could either completely suck or just randomly be like one of the most entertaining
don't-
games of the week.
No, it's gonna suck.
That's
Well,
what
who,
I'm saying.
the
I
Bills
don't think Josh
quarterback's
Allen's
Matt
playing,
Barkley,
yeah.
right?
Who?
I don't think Josh Allen's playing.
Wait, is it Matt Barkley?
Matt Barkley. Is it
Fuck,
Mike
I
or
hope
Matt?
it's
Matt Barkley. Yeah.
That'll be lit.
Dude, he was so bad. I turned that game on after because I think they had like a.
They needed.
They had like one drive,
and
and
I knew I was.
it was
Is
so
Matt Barkley their
painful.
backup?
Yeah.
Never mind. I scratched this from the record. I thought it was. I thought Josh Allen was back. I didn't realize he was out.
How did they? Josh Allen's like a quarterback who will run and take a ton of hits. How did they go into a year with Matt Barkley as their only backup? Like, how do they think that's a
Bring
good
back
idea?
Tyrod. I don't know why they like.
Why did they not draft like Gardner Minshew in like the
No,
fourth
they got that
round?
one guy that you were really high on.
Yeah, Tyree Jackson
cut
didn't make
him?
the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got cut. Thank God the podcast wasn't around then, because I would have been.
You were like Tyree Jackson. He's
I thought he was going to be like a second round pick. I thought he was so good. But yeah,
Tyree Jackson.
but yeah, I think the Titans literally, they got killed by the Jaguars on Thursday Night Football. Then they go out against the Falcons and look really good. I feel like they're just every other week they're going to look. I feel like this is their week to look bad. And the Bills' defense is super good. Mariota's he won't know what to do.
He hasn't had a turnover yet. Only quarterback in the
It's 'cause they don't
NFL
let
don't
him.
have a turnover.
Just because they don't let him throw the ball.
I know they're very safe offense. AJ Brown popped off. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, he's unreal.
Yeah,
He'll be.
him and DK are two of the next big receivers.
Yeah.
This receiving class in general, I think, was really good.
This upcoming year, like these past 2 years, if you want a receiver, you better take one.
Dude, Alabama, Ruggs
They have
and
three.
Judy,
They have
and
three
who's
in the
third
first
one.
Devonta Smith. He had
Yes.
300 yards last week.
Like it just every week one of them is the one who goes off for like 200
Yeah.
yards.
They- yeah.
So I guess last game I had was Indianapolis versus KC. I thought Indy was still going to be good, and then they got beat by the
Yeah,
Raiders.
man, that was. I thought Brissett was like actually.
They're gonna get smacked this weekend. It's not gonna be a good game.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think it's gonna be a good game.
I think the Lions are legit though, because they took Kansas City to the wire, and
I do too.
like I thought their defense could have, like, I don't think they were gonna stop Mahomes, and they didn't, but they slowed him down. But the Lions' offense was like surprisingly good.
The Lions could easily make the wild card because they had the second best offense in that division.
Wow, so the Vikings are the worst team in that division.
Yes, I would
Wow.
agree with that. Lucas, I'm sorry, but right now they're the worst team in the division.
That's wild. That division's really good.
Yeah, it really is. And now there's really no such thing as a pride win for the Lions, but like they can still walk out of Kansas. They kind of gave the game away, but they can be like, man,
Well, they got
we actually almost
They
beat
got
Kansas
screwed
City.
because they fumbled on like the inch line and Kansas City returned it. But like it didn't get screwed, but like it was so bad luck. Like they literally, I think Kerryon Johnson fumbled like going in the end zone
Oh,
in like the third quarter, and
That's
that
weird.
was the difference.
damn,
Yeah.
that sucks. Well, I guess kind of moving in from this. So we're about 4 games in, quarter of the way. What are MVP MVP talks kind of going on right now. I think
Russell
Mahomes
Wilson.
is the obvious number one.
I think Mahomes and then
Lamar Jackson.
Russell Wilson's number.
I think the three right now
Number
it goes
two.
Mahomes, Wilson. Even though he had a shitty game last week, I think you could put Dak up there too.
What are your
Nah.
What are your thoughts on Shaq Barrett for MVP?
Oh, he's defensive rookie of the year for sure, or defense player of the year for sure.
Mm.
Like as of right now, he has 9 sacks. That's
What is wrong with the Seahawks O line, man? They're playing.
They-
like
they
ass.
always
they've
stink.
always been bad. I don't.
Jesus
They've
Christ.
try and upgrade it.
And I don't
It just
even,
sucks.
especially now that like all their old like defenders are gone. Who do they pay the extra money to? Like, why don't they get a better O line? Because like Russ, I know gets a ton, but like
That's actually a really good point. I don't know who the money goes.
because
to.
like they're not paying Sherman, they're not paying Cam Chancellor anymore. Like who are they?
That
Earl
Bobby
Thomas?
Wagner.
Bobby Wagner, but that's the
Yeah,
only
he's
person.
probably getting like a pretty big contract, but like
Who else?
Tyler
Like,
Lockett maybe.
no,
The-
no,
No.
because he's still on his rookie. I'm pretty sure. There's no way they're paying him. I
Didn't
don't-
Winston Guy play for them
He did, yeah, he did.
back in the day? Lex Calf legend.
Winston guy. God, I forgot about him.
Is that a friend of yours?
No, he went to Catholic.
to our
and
high
he's-
school.
He played for the Seahawks, the Colts, and the
In
Jaguars.
Kentucky, right?
That little white dude ever get drafted, Bouvier? I know he didn't
Yeah.
draft.
No,
he
we
ever
didn't get
signed him.
drafted.
That's not what I meant. That's not
I
what I
didn't
meant.
think-
walk
That's, what I
on.
meant. That's not what I meant.
Did
I
he
didn't
get
think he
signed?
got
Yeah,
he had a workout somewhere.
Yeah, you told me he was getting looked at. or
Yeah,
like-
he had a workout, but
I think he has like a real job now.
I think his only chance is the Patriots. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
That's true. Short white guy. Patriots are all over that. Oh, Hudson asked me this also at dinner. What's your percent chance? We'll go around the room. Percent chance that Antonio Brown plays in the NFL again, starting with Zach.
I'd say like 30, because I think what's
Still
going to
pretty
happen.
young, right?
His age, yeah,
He's 30, 31.
his agent's the smartest agent in the world. So I bet that what's going to happen is he's not going to get signed this year. He's going to have another mental breakdown.
Let's take a
And
year off.
They're going to send him into like fake rehab, and then someone desperate, like who's the team that needs a receiver?
Bengals.
Bengals.
Yeah, but like somebody good, like who needs a receiver, like that final piece. I mean,
Bears.
yes, well, yeah, someone like that. Like someone's gonna
Dallas.
take a chance on him.
Now they got.
They have Cooper, but I could,
Cooper.
that's still a Dallas move to pick him up.
Yeah, Cobb.
Someone will
Uh,
take a chance on him, and like
That's some dumb
he'll
shit the
come in
Saints
and
would
have
do.
like I don't know a few games where he'll like be pretty good, and then he'll lose his mind again. But I think he will play again.
I would say I got 50%. I know school's not going too well for him. There's no way he's
He can't even.
He had
use
the
correct-
tweet. He's like,
correct-
"Yo, I need.
correct
I have
grammar.
this paper due at midnight. Can someone read it?" And everything was spelled wrong. Due and whatever the other
Yeah.
word was. But I think. I mean, as soon as if all his stuff gets cleared up, he's getting signed immediately. I don't have a doubt in that. But as long as he's like being.
Yeah, the
Convicted
girl
of
are going to like
rape or
drop
whatever
all
it
this
is.
shit. And
Yeah.
then get
Yeah,
paid off,
I-
and then he'll be signed.
What about you, Hud?
85%. He's too talented
Whoa,
not to be
85.
signed.
Damn, I should not have said 30. I thought it was gonna be the high one. Yeah, I'll go back to like 90.
Yeah, he's
I
getting
was going to
signed.
say like 50.
Yeah.
Not this
Because
year.
there's a decent chance all of the shit doesn't get cleared up like
Yeah.
in a timely manner.
But there's plenty of people that have that issue in the NFL.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, but Tyreek Hill is. He didn't get suspended. He's just hurt.
Yeah,
He's
he,
manifest.
Karma.
yeah, he got
Manifest
out of the
fuck.
suspension.
He comes back this week.
Not
Welcome
great.
back.
Welcome
I
back,
hope he
Tyreek
breaks
Hill.
his shoulder.
Welcome
again.
back.
The cheetah.
That's his nickname.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
I know it's pretty hype. I'm not gonna lie. I also like his peace sign he always does. I'm gonna be honest. I really like that.
That's a
dude.
dislocated shoulder.
What'd they get
It's
for
a lot of weight
What did the
laying on that
Rams get for
shoulder.
Dante Fowler? Wasn't it like a third round pick, or like they traded a third round for him?
Yeah, it was not much.
That's a steal.
And
had a
he's
lot
I
of
think he got
potential.
did he get like franchise tag last year or something like or maybe he got a deal. I don't know. But he was really good at the end. Of
Oh, be
Nobody
there.
throws a
Let's
DK.
go, baby.
DK to Russell or Russell to DK. Dude, nobody.
You remember when he went in the second round because people thought he wouldn't be good?
Just wide open.
I didn't
I
think- I didn't-
honestly think I could be an NFL GM because like how do you not draft DK Metcalf like
I didn't
before
I'll be honest,
64?
I didn't think he'd be like as good.
Look
as,
at him. Like,
as good as-
Jesus.
Have you seen his route tree?
Oh no, he can't run routes.
His
but-
DK Metcalf's route tree is literally like a post route, a go route,
Yeah.
and like that's it. Like he just runs down the field, which is
all you-
fine.
That's all you
he needs
need
to
with
do.
Russell Wilson. But
Damn, he was wide open.
I mean,
the throw was late, and he was still had
he and
plenty of
AJ
time.
Brown should have been like they easily should have been first round picks, and like they both went to.
Damn,
the
he had to
second.
slow down.
I understand. I guess. I mean, honestly, I think DK would be better than Hollywood in that Ravens offense because they just needed someone to go run a deep route.
Yeah.
and that's what he does.
Hollywood can run all the routes, though.
What?
Hollywood can run all the routes, though.
I know, but Lamar can't throw to all the routes.
That's true.
That's accurate.
He can run all the routes.
He
Can't
can.
throw
He
to all
can
the-
run all the routes. He just can't throw to all the routes.
Marcus Peters get burned again. Good for him.
Yeah, I remember
Scrub.
when he was playing for Kansas City, he was like, I thought like, man, this is one of the best corners in the NFL because he kept getting picks.
Such
And he's
a
good at getting
bitch.
interceptions, but he's not good at actually covering people.
He'll get an interception like every couple games, but like
He just gets burnt,
he gets
all, the
burnt
time.
all the time. Yeah.
I'm actually surprised how like I thought he'd be like good, and it's amazing how. See, how do the Seahawks not have all the players the Rams have? The Rams have money tied
I don't
up.
know.
So they got Gurley, they had Goff, they have Aaron Donald, they have Marcus Peters. Like they are just spending so much money, and they have a top O line, which they have to like obviously spend money to have a top O line. Like where do they get this money from, and how come the Seahawks can't afford an O line?
I'm actually curious because I know their money used to go to their defense, but now I really don't know where it goes.
Is there like a website you can
I'm looking it up right now.
Oh, okay.
Keep talking.
Where does the money come from?
Where does the money come from?
So
.com.
Russell Wilson gets 26, Bobby Wagner gets 15, Dwayne Brown gets 10.
Who's Dwayne? Who's Dwayne?
Their
Brown?
left tackle. He played for the Texans. He's old though.
He
He's like-
sucks.
yeah, but he's good for the Seahawks. Clowney gets 8 right now, but he's going to get a max.
Oh, he's about to get a max. Yeah.
Ezekiel Ansah will probably get a bigger deal.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, they have younger guys.
I
but
guess they just have players that they.
they know they're going to extend.
Yeah, because they're about to pay all these guys. Okay, I guess that makes more sense.
Yeah, they're stacked.
They're like Ansah, Jadeveon Clowning, KJ Wright, Bobby Wagner. Do they still have Cliff Averill?
Nah, he retired. I think.
Okay.
Will Disley makes $700,000 a year.
It's insane how good.
That's like the minimum pretty much.
Their offense is so unique with Russell, and then also having having DK, having Tyler Lockett, who are both like solid receivers, and they have like a really good committee in the backfield. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else, or is that it, boys?
I got nothing.
Thanks, Will. I guess we'll call it there.
Go Astros.
Go Astros, so Will can win this
Who
bet.
did the Falcons have a bye week?
No, they play the Texans. They're gonna lose. I kind of
The Texans lost to the Panthers.
yeah, but the Falcons.
He's the
lose.
Panthers. Kyle Allen.
What's
I
wrong-
kinda
what's
wish
wrong
it
with
was-
Matty Ice?
Who's
know.
that? Who's that?
No, I don't
I
think
actually
he's-
don't know what
Is
his
that Joey
issue is right
Football?
now. I don't know what their issue is right now. They have lots of issues.
Fire Dan Quinn.
Yes, it's Fire Dan Quinn.
I think I was listening to
Like
a
I can't pinpoint
yeah.
what the issue is. I just know there's lots.
I was listening to a podcast and they said if the Falcons job comes open, that'll be the job everyone wants because there's no reason they should be 1-3. Like their roster's still really talented.
I really wish, because I just checked, I wish this game was at home this weekend just so Deshaun Watson could light it up
Yeah.
in Atlanta because he's from there.
Maybe that would get
But
Quinn
like,
fired.
I mean, that wouldn't do anything except just be a cool storyline.
Yeah.
But I think the Texans are going to win, even though they haven't been very good this year.
Yeah, I don't know. Their O-line is. I actually feel really bad for Deshaun
I wouldn't be
Watson.
surprised if DeAndre Hopkins has like 2 touchdowns, 100+ yards this weekend.
Yeah, I can see that.
But the Falcons aren't winning.
Yeah, I feel like
Like Zach said, I'd be okay with them tanking right now because there's no scenario where they. At least I know there's a lot of time left. It's only week 5. I don't really see them turning around right now.
yeah,
The one wins against the Eagles though, which is insane. Like that's such a
But they-
good team
but-
to beat.
it is. But it was Sunday night and Wentz was not that good that night.
Also, there's a lot more Titans fans in the world than I thought because I was at the Atlanta airport on Sunday after the game coming back here, and I saw a lot of people wearing Titans fans.
Dude.
And I'm going to be honest, I just didn't know that many people actually like the Titans.
That's a hot take I have before we end this. I think home field advantage in the NFL is a sham.
I would agree.
I don't
with
think
that.
it works because I swear.
Maybe at like a select few
I feel like
places.
there's a handful where it helps.
Yeah,
It's
like the Seahawks, I'd say it helps.
Seahawks, Saints, Chiefs,
Yeah. Yeah,
and I would say Bills, but Bills suck, so that doesn't even.
No,
I mean-
that doesn't count. No.
they don't go to the game; they just tailgate.
Pittsburgh.
Steelers are pretty
No,
good.
no, we're not good at home. We always drop.
We're
like-
good on the road.
But
For
like,
Yeah.
as far as
as
road
far as,
atmosphere,
like,
yeah.
road- yeah, I would agree with that. Well, 'cause
No,
you know-
I think when I went for the Patriots game, man, it was good.
It was
But
a
like if it was the
Patriots game,
Patriots,
Well, when we lost to the Patriots.
no, last year.
Yeah. Oh no. I mean, the Steelers fans travel well because like they're just everywhere. But we lost to the Bucks at home. If you remember,
Oh,
that.
we did,
In,
yeah,
like
you did.
2015.
it was the year we got the number 1 pick. You were one of our 2 wins.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember
Mike
who's
Lennon.
who's the receiver who caught a pass in the backfield? He's old, like
Vincent Jackson.
Vincent
Oh.
Jackson.
Oh, he was, dude. He
Holy
was.
shit.
I forgot about this.
He was a stud.
Name from the
I don't
past.
know. He got hurt one year, like his knee, but
Wait, did he ever like officially retire or just leave?
I don't even know if he officially retired. But he just like didn't get
He was
signed.
nasty.
That's my
he,
point.
He was really good, and then he just completely fell off the face of the earth. Like he was. I think he had like 1,000 yards. Then just like the next year,
See,
just
it's weird because
got
like the
hurt.
Falcons will play the Bucks like twice a year, and like there'll be players that'll be really good for the Bucks, and I just won't ever see them again. I don't know where
Yep.
they go.
Well,
Who was the receiver that went to Syracuse? That was
Mike
really,
Williams.
Yeah, where's he now?
In jail probably. He got cut from us. We gave him a huge contract. He got arrested, got cut, and then he played for like the Chiefs for like a little bit. But then he got. I don't know what to tell you.
But that's the thing. There's like, I'll see someone on the Bucks have a super
Story
good
of my
season.
life.
I won't see them again. I don't know where they go.
That's like kind of like how the. That's how the Panthers were for a little bit, but now they've like actually started extending their players. Because I remember like before they made the Super Bowl, like when Cam was starting out, like they had a bunch of guys who would go to bigger other teams and get good once they left the Panthers. But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
How long is Cam out? Does anyone know?
Forever.
Not long enough.
Dude,
I-
What they want?
I'm waiting.
No, I've had the worst fantasy luck with
Oh,
quarterbacks. I
hot-
had
Oh, he fumbled.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Case
Will.
Keenum, Nick Foles, Cam Newton. Fuck.
Dude, there's a hot take going around I saw on Twitter. The title of the article was, "Is Cam Newton's vegan diet the reason that he keeps getting injured?"
No. It's
Yes.
a legitimate thing.
I think the
I
guy
was
from
reading it-
Barstool brought that up.
I've heard of that
It
now.
was,
I've heard it's a real thing.
Yeah, no, there was. I think it was like KFC. It was one of the Barstool
Yeah.
guys were talking about it like on radio. I was listening to it, and like they like had examples of people that went vegan. They're like Arian Foster went vegan, and then like he literally fell off that next year. Cam
And
Newton
he went crazy.
vegan, and there was like a handful of players. They're like they
Because
went
you don't
vegan.
have protein, how are you gonna?
Yeah, because that's a
Like,
whole
yeah,
nother-
you'll be
It's
healthy,
a
but
diet.
you won't be like
Your muscles
strong
aren't gonna be.
and like durable and shit.
Yeah.
That's what just happened also with this is that's just one of the like things I kind of don't like about football at times is when there's one player like Todd Gurley just fumbled is when the running back is running and he's got 4 guys on him all stripping the ball.
Just
Yeah.
go
And,
down.
And like they're trying to go down. Like he's obviously trying to like get to the ground right now and there's nothing.
They're
he
like
can
holding
do.
him up. Yeah.
Yeah, like that just I mean I
Yeah.
understand that's like obviously a football play.
I
But
think Spencer has money on the Rams.
no,
Vice
I
Chris.
actually I like
Tell us your
Actually,
allegiances, Spencer.
I want the Seahawks to win. I don't like the Rams.
I kind of like I like Jared Goff.
Yeah, I can't cheer for Clay Matthews.
I like
bitch
Sean
ass.
McVay. I don't really like Clay Matthews. I like
Fuck Clay Matthews.
I like Brandon Cooks and Robert Woods. I don't know. I like some of the players on the Rams, but I like Russell Wilson a lot too. So
Yeah, but have you? When's the last NFL game? Have you been to a Steelers game, Spencer?
before,
Yeah.
I've been to like 4.
Yeah. So both the Bucks games I've been to, back to home field advantage. We played the Eagles, which that was the first NFL game. No, I went to a Bengals game one time. But like the first Bucks game I ever went to, we played the Eagles when Nick Foles his first go around with the Eagles, and I was just we were from Kentucky. We had no idea where to buy seats. Bought them right in the middle of the Eagles section. Half the stadium was Eagles fans, and Eagles fans are the worst. But then like the next couple years later, we go down. The year we went 2-14, unfortunately, and we played the Ravens. Half the stadium's Ravens fans. I think there's something about traveling in the NFL, especially to like. It's expensive as hell, but like I feel like people just make a vacation out of it, and like.
But that's
and-
also a point though. Like I feel like if I'm an NFL fan and I live in like Philadelphia or Baltimore, if my team's going to Tampa,
Yeah, it's a vacation.
It's a vacation for like the weekend.
But-
It's a long weekend.
And,
Also, I think a lot of NFL
Yeah.
fans aren't like loyal to their like geography region.
no,
like,
yeah, they're not, dude. They'll
especially with like big
Yeah.
name like fan bases like Steelers, Patriots, Cowboys, like
especially like
bandwagon
when you
type.
play the Cowboys, like everyone wants to go see that stadium, so they always have a big away crowd.
Yeah, and if you live in like or stay with an NFL team, but you don't live close to that city, you may pick a team that's better than your home state team and just be like a bandwagon that way too.
actually,
It's not like as geography based. I feel like.
I lied. I've been to I think 5 games. So I went. I remember them all. We put up 4 against the Bengals, 1 against the who are they called? One against the Patriots. I went to we put up 44 against the Bengals. That was like the first year of the real Killer Bees, like when that was a thing.
You've been to 4 Steelers Bengals games?
Yeah, I
Oh,
live in
wow.
Louisville. What do you mean? So
Oh, at Bengals.
yeah, at
Oh,
Bengals,
okay.
yeah. Went to that one. Went to the one where AJ McCarron first took over. I
Didn't
went.
a fan throw something at you?
No, a Steelers fan was waving a flag, and this other Bengals, this woman came up and fucking punched him in the face.
Yes, sounds like Cincinnati,
the
baby.
dude just kept waving the flag, and she was like drunk.
Have I
crying.
ever told you all the AJ McCarron story? I went to a Bengals game with my friend Murphy, who Will knows, and he won't listen to this, so I don't care about telling it. We were sitting. His family has like seats on the 50-yard line, right behind the parents, like in the family section. And so my friend Murphy is a big
big horde dog.
Yeah, that too. He's big into the photography. So we're sitting there. It's a preseason game against the Bucs. That's the only reason I went. And we it was like August. There's nothing to do, and it was like 2 years ago. And so we were sitting there, and Murph's like looking around. I'm like, Murph, isn't that AJ McCarron's girlfriend? Like the one who's on TV all the time? And she was like probably like diagonal from us, like 5 rows ahead of us. And he goes, God, it is. And so he just starts taking pictures of her. And then like in one of the pictures, he's like trying to sneakily do it. And then like I still have a picture on my phone somewhere where like she's turning around staring darts into him. And like we were going to go get a picture with her just because we were dumb. And Murph's like, I can't do it. Like she was watching him take pictures of her. And I guarantee you she thought it was the weirdest thing in the world. And I bet like we left at like halftime. Murph's like, I think the security's going to get pissed at me or something. Because like she was not happy about it.
Where is McCarron now?
He was on the Raiders last year. I don't know where he is now. Because the Bills signed him to be their starter, and Josh Allen beat him out.
He's somewhere, definitely.
He wasn't that bad when he came in for Dalton, was he?
He was
bad in that playoff game against
which is
they should have won that game
when all the Bengals fans were getting out.
He's on the Texans.
Every time I've gone to a Bengals-Steelers game, it's always in Cincinnati. They win. I've gone to one game in Pittsburgh. It's when we played the Patriots and we lost. It was the Jesse James catch one.
Oh,
so home
shit,
field
I remember
advantage
that.
means nothing. Is what this entire
very scientific.
That's what this conversation wraps back around to.
I've never been to an NFL game where the team I wanted to win won. One time I went to a Bengals game when they had Tio and Ocho Cinco for like fun, and Chad Henne threw like 300 yards and just shredded them.
I think every Steelers game I've been to, they've won. Like 3 for 3.
Why don't you go to more? Will go to more games.
I need to start going to more games.
I went to a
every time I go
Bengals
to the
Seahawks game.
Madison gets cussed out every time too.
Why do you get cussed out? What do you do?
Have you met Bengals fans?
I got
Steelers
cussed
jersey
out by
on,
Eagles
like-
fans, and I was like 15.
See, the only bad interactions I've never had bad interactions with another NFL fans.
NFL
I've had
fans
bad
love
college
getting
fans.
really
So they
drunk.
get drunk as they
get
they
really
spend
drunk.
so much money.
When we went to when I was at the Bengals Steelers playoff game, that really wild one in like 2016 or whatever. After the Steelers won, I make sure when I go, I look as obnoxious as you can, like Steelers.
So you're asking your ass beat.
Oh yeah, I have the Bumblebee Antonio Brown jersey. I have like a scarf. I have a hat. Like I have
Ooh,
everything.
what a catch!
My stepdad is like, we need to like. He's a Bengals fan. He was just reading the room after we won. He goes, "We're leaving like right now. Like we have to get out of here." Because I was 17 at the time. I was going to get stabbed that night if I stayed any longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, NFL fans get really fucking drunk.
They love to get drunk and yell. I told you that drunk woman just started punching a dude, and then the dude got arrested. I have no idea why.
Sounds about right.
I think it's because they have like if you're going to an NFL game,
Is that Disley again?
yeah, you're paying like what? Like a ticket's like $200-$300. Like for a good
it's
ticket.
expensive, man. I didn't.
Yeah, it's really expensive, and like so if you might as well just go all out, and they're buying $10 beers, just pounding them. And they tailgate before, so like college football, like it's not as quite as big of an expense. So like people chill out for the most part. But NFL game, every NFL game I've been to, it's been super rowdy.
Yeah, that was a snag.
That was a snag,
Dude, he's I don't know. He's coming out of nowhere. Do you remember who's that Browns player who was really good for 1 year?
Peyton Hillis?
Johnny Manziel.
No. Peyton
The
Hillis,
tight end.
yes, but no, he's a tight end.
Jordan Cameron. I had him on fantasy.
Tight end.
There's Jordan. I know
was
his
Jordan
Montana.
Cameron.
He's from Montana. Hell yeah.
I didn't know he went to
Sounds about
Washington.
right.
He went to a bigger school than I thought.
Jordan Cameron. Yeah, it was Jordan Cameron.
Because I remember I had him in fantasy, and he would give me like 20 points a week. Like I
He's
loved
like a
him.
rookie almost.
It wasn't him, and I can't remember who it was. I swear to God, he's friends with D'Angelo Williams. He goes to WWE stuff. I followed him on Twitter
I
for a
don't
short
know.
period of time.
I don't know.
I picked him up in fantasy. He played for the Panthers too, but
For the Browns?
yes, I swear.
What position?
Tight end. He played for the Panthers, then he played on the Browns. I can't remember his name. I'll put it in the description
I have no idea.
if anyone at all fucking cares.
I'll check it
Before we
later.
end
I
this,
wanna
who do we done chain this week?
Oh,
Ooh,
Vikings are done chained.
The Falcons.
No.
I'm done.
Wait, have you guys done training anyone in the previous episodes?
No,
I just forgot.
I
I
just-
definitely
I
listened.
have
but
over
just
text
forgot.
like
I
multiple
just
times.
ranted last episode.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm.
I don't know. The Vikings. That's risky.
It's the Falcons.
I think Falcons.
I don't know.
Definitely
I think I'm gonna do like the.
Chase Young.
This is gonna be
Atlanta.
I'm
I mean,
gonna.
all the obvious teams are already done chained.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
The Falcons are like the most obvious one that maybe
hasn't
not
been. Because the thing is with the Falcons, though, like they're weird as. Like I know it would be surprising to see them turn around, but they have the talent to do it.
No, that's what they do.
Like that's
They
why
start
it's,
off
that's
really
why it's
bad.
frustrating for you because they are good.
They
Like,
could go out this Sunday, put up like, beat Houston by 3 touchdowns,
yeah.
go on like a 3-game winning streak, blow our chance of a good draft pick, and then back to shit in the middle. That's just
what
something
we
they
do.
would do.
Yeah.
That's probably what's gonna happen.
It's insane. They put 2 picks in that invested in the O line in the first round.
They're both hurt.
Yeah. One of them had like a heart surgery or something.
What?
Yeah.
It was
The other one
Lindstrom.
broke his foot.
McGarry like sprained his ankle but came back. So
Yeah.
he's,
Yeah.
they're frustrating.
Yeah. Maybe tanking's not the worst thing in the world.
If you wanted to know, we're at about like an hour right now. So,
Yeah, all 10 of our listeners will appreciate it.
bro, we get
Extra content.
like 35 right now.
Are they all Mason?
I don't think he listens to it. He wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, thanks for tuning into the Pump is Full
Kirk Cousins
podcast.
sucks.
Kirk Cousins does. Suck.
Will Stephon Diggs be there in 2 weeks when we do our next podcast?
I don't think so. Remember,
the
also 2 weeks.
deadline's got to be coming back
It's week
or
8.
coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, they have. What,
I guess another month. but-
Another month. Yeah. And real quick, also remember we are taking a bye week next week, so we'll get back to you all in about 2 weeks.
We are limping into bye week.
limping into bye week, but we'll come out
At least
stronger
one of
than
us
ever.
is.
All right, thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.